Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer. And a very pleasant good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you had a long, happy long holiday weekend, because this weekend was extremely long because 90% of the people, you had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, almost a week off. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you overeat? Did you eat a lot of gobble, gobble, gobble? Well, guess what? I had a bowl of cereal, and it was good. But let me...
Probably the best cereal you had.
Best cereal I had. I had my guests laughing already. But listen, everybody, welcome into the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner in a brand new week. I can't believe that we are into the holiday season already. But I've got a young lady with me today. I call her my daughter. I've been knowing her, 4 years old, 5 years old.
Yeah.
But the fact of it is, she ran in the election. She ran a good race. And I've always reached out. Now, I extend this to others as well. If you were in that race and would like to talk about what happened with you, your journey, I invite you to get in touch with me so we can talk about it. But Haley, good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome in. You are a victor no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
I remember a conversation we had way back. You said, even if I don't, I'm making a statement. And you made a bold statement because you had, 32,000?
Yeah, almost 34,000 votes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right here.
Right here.
Sucking now. But look, I want to talk to you about, with that journey and what you did and oh God, I don't think I could ever run for office. God.
I think you could.
I
don't know, because I used to say the same thing, right? So I remember Jerry and Carol McIntosh.
Oh my God, yes.
They were the first people who told me I was going to ever run for office.
Really?
It was when I was doing my first year organizing here. I was at a county commissioner office. It's when I worked to get the Confederate flag taken down.
Yeah, I remember.
Over the Civic Center, and we were outside in the chambers, and they were like, "You'll be running for office soon."
Yeah.
And Miss Carol, she was like, "You stand in it. You stay just who you are.
Exactly.
You'll be running for office." And
Exactly.
I was like, "It's gonna take Jesus to tell me," and Jesus
Jesus
came in
told
the
you.
form. Jesus came and recruited me too.
Jesus. He got you.
I
mean, you did you have always been that person that, you stand out, you make a statement, you fight for what's right.
Yep.
And I'm so proud of that because we need those young people such as yourself. Hey, Dondre, to do all of that fight. You introduced me to him, and he is such a phenomenal young guy.
Yeah.
Worked so hard. Every time I called him, he was right there. But I want to talk about your journey when I say that. The things that happened, the things you learned about, that political fight that's out there. And there's some yays and some nays, I'm sure.
For sure.
But I can see that did not hinder your fight at all. No. And I call it a struggle because the struggle is real, is what I like to call it. But you worked and you did a good thing. Haley, let me say this. Something just crossed my mind. I got to say this to Frank Broughton. I don't want Frank to think I forgot him from last night.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Okay, listen, you know Frank.
Yes. My God.
Frank, look, the play came into town last night, and A Chocolate-Covered Christmas Carol.
Yes.
And it was absolutely phenomenal. If you did not take the time, you don't know what you missed to see that there at the Pensacola Sanger Theater. Let me say good morning to Jeff as well, right there at Pensacola Sanger Theater. Jeff, we got some great things to talk about because it's going to be greater things coming our way. That's going to be inclusive of the Black community.
That's what we need.
I greatly appreciate the fact that when you can look up and you see on stage, it was all color. And then there was so much color, such a rainbow in the audience, and which was great. Good job, Frank. Yeah. Now I got to get back to Haley, okay? But I had to say that because I wanted to say it was worth the time that I went to spend there. And we got to learn to support more.
Absolutely. That is actually always been one of the things in the front of my mind. Is how do we make sure people know though, so that they're included? I've created so many different initiatives that I get to go back and visit now that I've ran for office, and I got way more people who now see me. They see me for me, and they're like, "Oh, I see what you're doing," and they're like, "We'll get involved." So I want to plug right now. Go to lifeishell.com. If y'all are watching, and sign up, put your email and your name on a sheet. It'll pop up on the website. so that you can stay in tune with everything that I got going on.
Oh, wonderful. Lifeishale.com.
Life is Hale, LIFEISHALE.com. We are doing a whole bunch of stuff. As you know, Dondre and Caroline are my left and my right.
Right. Young people doing great things.
Some stuff. Yes. We have a mission to rebuild and get people so engaged. And my run was just a test run.
There you go.
My run was a test run because when I tell y'all
Tell me about it.
There is so much. So we are. Let's go back.
Please, I want to hear the story.
Talk about my journey, right?
Right.
So I got into the race late.
Yes.
Technically, people start running the year before. It was only the NPA candidate and my Republican opponent, Alex Andrade.
Right.
So I decided to get into the race in like May.
Yeah, you did.
Before that November. I did a Kamala run. Right?
Exactly.
I did a Kamala
It's a girl
run real
thing.
bad. Yeah. So, you know. But I raised just as much money as the MPA that was in the race for
2
years. 2 years basically.
Get out.
Local dollars, and I mean, I was endorsed by the National Association of Social Workers. Everybody, well, who don't know me, if you're watching, I'm Social Worker of the Year for the whole state of Florida.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, thank you. So they were ready to endorse me. I was endorsed by all of the statewide Democratic caucuses and our Equality Florida, elect Black women PAC. So excited to be able to have those endorsements and say, wow, these people see my work. I submitted, and so just got to work, hit the ground running. And that's where the Run Like Hell campaign.
I got it. I was going, look, that's on my sheet. How did you get that name?
So my wonderful fiance, he was like,
she said she was going to show that ring.
Yes, I did show my ring. I told him we're not setting the date till after this campaign. We still ain't set the date, but we getting married.
Get there.
But so he was like, ooh, your name is just so perfect. He was like, we're going to do Fight Like Hell, Vote Like Hell, Run Like Hell. And I was like, Run Like Hell, Run Like Hell. I sat down. I was like, the logo, it needs to look like this.
All right.
He was like, okay, let's put it on shirts and stuff. Let's do it.
Right.
We roll it out. I'm thinking one of my outcomes was I need more young folks to get involved.
Yes, we do.
This is exactly what this was about. It was to target 18 to 35-year-olds, make sure they turn out to vote, make sure they get engaged and want to be a part of a team. Me learning how do we run young people in our region. That was what all of this was about. Right. And also pushing the things that were really important. Healthcare for everyone. Yes. Mental health, dental, all of that is so important to me.
Exactly.
The legalization of marijuana was really important to me too, because of all the implications and the work that I've done in the past around it. But so I was like, okay, this is targeted at this group of people, this demographic of people. If I don't have nobody else's support, I got my young folks, we're going to get it. We're on the ground. Everywhere I go, Run Like Hell t-shirts. There's like 10 people with me. We changing the game. Had a great campaign manager that was like on top of that part too. So, but then when I launched it, everybody was into it.
Exactly.
It wasn't just who I targeted. Everybody. It's like, older white people, older and younger Black people, folks from all different races, walks of life, all different jobs and everything. They're like, Run Like Hell. We just put signs that just said Run Like Hell. They didn't even say my name on it. And people were like, that's DJ Hell.
But now, don't you see that's what the world is looking for, those younger people, new ideas, so that we can bring some fresh blood, as I say, to let us be able to come out of this line of thinking that's out there now, that's so. And with the line of thinking I see now, what I think that, I know that with your campaign, what it showed is the fact that we're not going back to that.
No.
We're moving forward. And now, what is it that you want to do, even though that the campaign is over, that you're going to do to make sure that message is still conveyed?
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm still on the ground.
There you go.
So what I was telling people, I really want people to sign up, go to my website, get involved.
Right.
We're going to be reaching out to people because we are building almost a radical political home here, right? Nothing that's like, oh, we are going to go, do a January 6th, nothing like that.
Of course not.
But like radically bringing community members together in spaces to learn. I am connected with Women's March. I'm connected with all of these other organizations that just want to bring community together, fight on behalf of people who aren't listened to, and I want to connect people to that. So that's one thing, is that we're getting people actually, like right now it's the off season. We can get politically active and we can have so much fun with it.
Absolutely.
If we can do it during campaign season,
you can do it now.
And we can do it right now. So that is the first thing. Part of that is I want to get people ready to run. I want to run people a whole slate card. I don't care what your party is. I want to help you get into office, or at least push against whoever the person is that is the incumbent,
right? So
that they can recognize your issues.
Exactly.
I'm going to run and get, I will say, Alex Andrade, we ran a good, clean campaign against each other. And he actually said, he started talking about adolescent mental health.
Really?
Yep. And me and him got to have a great phone conversation where he said, love to have you help with this mission for the next 2 years around mental health.
Wonderful.
Mental
and
health.
let me commend you. Because of the fact, ladies and gentlemen, this young lady right here, she stepped out on faith, and look what she has done. She's brought this, you made aware that things we need to be more aware of because of the fact of the world how it is today. And I'm going to be as transparent as I know how. I believe that what you did was a godsend. And the fact that he's not done with you yet, because I hear you say you want to prepare people to run, but I don't think she's done running yet. I'll be right. We got a phone call. I don't think that she's done yet. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine. Happy December 2024, the last month of the year.
No, today is December the 2nd.
Yeah, December the 2nd, 2024.
Okay.
Yes. But I want to say good morning to Haley.
Good morning.
I just wanted to let her know that I applaud her on her efforts. I am, as a fellow social worker,
yes.
I am so proud of you, all that you have done, all that you have accomplished, and all the great things that God has stored before you, because he have you blessed. You are in your season. And I just know that just great things are coming, and I pray that you just keep your head up, keep fighting for the little people. I want you to know I love you. I stand behind you. I stand beside you. I stand with you, and it's just amazing to see a beautiful, intelligent black women doing the things out there like you and Sonshine, just making waves, making strides, and just making things even better for everybody else. You're not looking for just one small portion, but you're doing it for everyone. And that's the great thing, that y'all have a bigger picture, a big platform, and y'all utilizing that.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. It's so good to hear from you.
You knew who it was.
Oh, yes. I love it. Come on, we social workers. We some proud people. And I need to order some more stuff from you, by the way. Thank you for reminding me.
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Dr. Martin. Thank you, Eric.
Y'all looking very beautiful on the show today, and I just want to keep supporting y'all however I can. Thank y'all for everything that y'all doing.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Eric. And I tell you, Dr. Martin, when you say a supporter, he is one.
Yes, he is.
He's one. Yes, everybody, we are talking with Haley. No, run like hell.
Run like hell. That's right.
That is what we are doing today. About her journey with the fight that she fought, running for Representative District 2.
Mm-hmm.
But the state representative.
State representative.
And she ran a good race. We're going to talk more about her journey. I want you to be a part of the conversation as well. Make sure you call 850-432-7768, or you can text that number as well. But look, let's give this young lady her flowers now, because she fought a good fight, and she's not done yet. We're going to talk more about that right here when we return on Sunshine's Corner.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness, sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sunshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sunshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason, and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
At Pensacola Habitat for Humanity, we believe every child should have a safe place to grow. That's why we work with you and the community to build not just a house, but a home.
She worked very hard to get this house. I really appreciate that because, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
When you help build a home, you build a future. Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town, Sunshine's Corner. Good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking with this young lady here that I just applaud her every day for all of the work that she's doing. Now, Haley, I'm going to give it back to you because Zach is going to bring me a bottle of water, hand it to me on the side.
Okay.
Because I'm about to cough, so you get to talking.
Okay, I can do this. Let's see, what are we talking about?
We're talking about the run that you raced. What do you see that you could have done different?
My race. I could have got in earlier.
Okay. Gotcha.
If I would have started earlier, I think we would have seen some amazing gains. I think one thing that I kept hearing was I was just genuine about what I wanted to do.
Right.
I ran this race as a social worker. I didn't run this as, a party affiliate. I'm a proud Democrat. I don't mind telling nobody
hello.
that. And I'm always be proud of whatever it is. I'm
That's
proud
right.
of it. But I ran this as knowing that I'm someone who cares about people. Mm-hmm. Like the work that I'm doing, it transcends everything else.
Exactly.
I don't ask people about what party they are, anything like that when I'm working with them.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I think Zach didn't hear me. I asked Zach to bring me a bottle of water. Okay, because my throat is scratching. But go ahead.
Okay. But so I definitely would have gotten into this race a lot sooner to raise more money and to be able to tell the story of what the Run Like Hell campaign was. Because there was a story to that, right?
Right.
Not only was it just, this is, fun. We have a music video. Oh, it's so cute.
Thank you.
We have a great music video, song that was created just for the campaign by Sherry.
Oh, wow.
And performed by one of my best friends, Jakima. Like, everything about this was a grassroots campaign. Mm-hmm. So that was one of the things. The other thing that I wish that I would have maybe done differently was just been able to get in Santa Rosa County more often. But right now, as I'm thinking about if I'm going to run or not, I just want to serve that community.
Exactly.
Like I've gotten a chance to really see the things that they're dealing with, what they're going through, what's getting overlooked.
Okay.
So as I've told people in the past, I'm already doing the job
you
of
sure
a
are.
state representative, if we're being honest. So all it is me being able to continue to serve the community in the capacity as a community member. I've always been doing it. I've been doing it for 10
you've been doing it ever
years.
since ever since you've been in the workforce. Ever since you've been in the workforce.
That's true.
Now, let me see. Now, what were some of the things that people were trying to do to hold you back? Some of the negativity. I want to hear both sides. I want to hear some of the negative stuff.
Okay.
She said, okay, are you ready?
Well, first of all, I did find out why what we believe is just like rich people run for office is a thing, right? Raising money is a very hard thing to do.
Oh, believe me, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Even for political campaigns where you have people who are, A1, I'm support you all the time. We do need that monetary support.
Right.
So like I said, getting in the race earlier, I probably would have been able to like really hit the goals that I needed. So that was one thing, but that is like a statewide issue. Like I was an underdog in this, of being able. I was the only person who had, everybody else I'm running against is millionaires are almost there.
I got you. So they had bigger supporters behind them from that community. So do you think with your running that when you saw that, whereas you got all of your support, 90% of your support came from the Black community?
I would say
100.
I would say 100%. Honestly, it was a very diverse support system that I had. Because I had former teachers, amazing, my middle school teachers, high school teachers, hopping in, helping, giving the maximum amount of money.
Exactly.
So I actually had a very diverse of like who put in.
I got you.
A lot of white women.
Come on, girl.
What?
Okay.
Sorry,
See,
y'all.
that's one calling you now, huh? She forgot to turn it off, but that's okay. But it's like, but what I'm saying to you though, with that, when you find out that you had a very diverse staff that was there, supporting system that was there to help push you through, and I commend you. 34,000 votes right here.
Yeah. So between here and Santa Rosa County, I'm the only Black person that was running in Santa Rosa County.
Exactly.
That blew my mind, and I didn't realize it till the election.
So you got
day.
that day.
I was like, wait, I'm looking at the slate card. I'm like, I'm the only Black person on here in Santa Rosa County. I was amazed with it. So yeah, between here and Santa Rosa County, which I mean is a feat. Santa Rosa County, the no party affiliate person I was running against was from Santa Rosa County. Okay. So for me to even beat out her numbers in the way that I did, it was like, oh wow, this is interesting, but also I got my message out.
Exactly, you did.
Do you think
healthcare for all? Now I'm gonna throw something at you a different way. Okay. Do you think that with your beautiful tan that had anything to do with it?
Yes.
Okay.
So you were talking about things that kind of were thrown at me. One thing that I did when I came into the race was there was actually a coalition of white Democrats, white women Democrats that were like, we're not going to support her. We don't know her. And I was like, oh, this is not something that I actually envisioned would happen. And actually, y'all do know me because I've been in your communities. I've worked with you all at Women's March. I've marched with you in so many different ways. Like, you have seen me work for you. Right. And I'm just asking for support. Tell your people about me. But that small sect, they were so outran by everyone else who just spoke life into me and continued to say, no, actually, she's done X, Y, Z, and I can't believe you would say that. But I actually have messages where I saw people saying, I voted Democrat down ballot except for Haley Morrissette.
Are you serious?
I definitely saw that. I did see that.
Do you think we'll ever get past that?
I do not think that it's going to be a 0%.
Okay.
Right?
Never.
People have to take the initiative, and we've talked about this when we had our last conversation on air. People have to take their step forward to purge their prejudice.
Exactly.
And until and we can't be the hands-on people to say, purge your prejudice. Let me put my hands on you and pray it out. Anything like that. We can't do it. They have to be accepting and do it themselves. There's not enough people that are going to do that. I don't think so either. Which is why we do things like take our money out of their stores. Or
exactly. It's a way you can say something without saying a word.
Exactly. But like I said, there was a small sect, so I think that it will shrink over time. Even though what we're experiencing right now nationally is backlash, honestly, from Obama.
Exactly.
We're still experiencing backlash. I mean, and I say this at our governor is who our governor is, but we're even still experiencing backlash from having the audacity to try to run somebody against our governor. You know, the wide support for Andrew Gillum, we're experiencing how dare you have done that because this was my seat. And we just need to get back to a place where we need to think progressively about the people.
Right.
And not about how we're getting get back because of party lines and what people want. They're protesting, and I don't like that. Like, we have to get past that. That's why I ran for office.
Hello. I'm telling you. Somebody want to talk to you, Haley. Let's see here. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine. How are you?
Good morning, Pastor Davis. How are you?
Ooh. You weren't supposed to recognize my voice. I was trying to use my radio voice.
Now, you know when you speak radio, I got that down to a science.
Yes, indeed. Well, good morning. I think I just called to say that you've got a great candidate sitting there with you. I think she did well, especially when you look at the representation that she was run to represent. Is a very strong Republican, but she did well. I'm very proud of the run, and I'm very proud of her as a young lady. But when I heard her talk about the text and the Democratic people saying they'd not vote, I've just experienced that. We have a deep racist problem within our local Democratic Party, and it needs to be addressed. They want to force candidates on us that don't even come to our community, don't even know our stories, don't even want to help our stories.
That's right.
I just experienced this in a real way. It has been an eye-opener for me, but it's going to help the platform that we're going to build to vet candidates that will hear our stories and will know our stories. But it's just amazing to me that, like RFK has said, the Democratic Party don't want a democracy. They want to select who they want to run, and they want to make sure that the hue of their skin color is more towards them. And it's just amazing that such a great party has become that. But I hope that with Haley's run and other people run, that it will be an awakening to the people in these counties to see what's taking place. When you recognize and realize that you only have 2 elected Democrats in 80 miles.
That's
in
right.
Escambia, Santa Rosa, Okaloosa,
That's
and
right.
Walton County. You only have 2 elected Democrats. That's Commissioner Luma May and Board Member Larry Williams.
That's
Otherwise,
right.
that you don't have any. And so when you think about, do you realize that the NFL could not make it without Little League football?
Hello.
Do you realize that high school could not make it without Little League football?
That's right.
Do you realize that colleges could not make it without Little League? So it has to start somewhere. And the deal is just coming to my attention. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That we really have to get in there. We need to join the DEC. We need to join the Democratic Black Caucus, and we need to make a mark that cannot be erased. And again, I applaud Haley for such a successful and professional run, and I think she did an outstanding job. And I hope that this is not her last, and I hope that she's not deterred by some of the things that's taking place in these local parties. The DC and Kamala Harris campaign and Panhandle and all this stuff, they couldn't even come together to work on anybody's campaign because of the fractions and the friction that's going on. But with God's help, we're going to change those things.
Amen.
With young people like Haley and her campaign, we're going to put these people in position to help, because we're never going to get in national attention if we only have 2 elected Democrats in 80 miles.
That's
80 miles.
That's right.
Okay? All right. Hey, you guys have a wonderful morning, unless you got a question for me.
You got a question for him?
No, I don't have any question. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, Pastor
You're
David.
welcome.
I'll call you later, okay?
Me
Okay,
too.
bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, love. I tell you, but Pastor Davis, he was really making some points there. And when you think about it, only 2 Democrats.
Only 2.
2.
Yeah.
That, I was shocked at that when I saw that.
Yes.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. Well, something that I want to make a disclaimer. The Santa Rosa County and Escambia County Democrats supported me to know, like, they were amazing.
I got you.
The Kamala Harris campaign, they support me a lot. I will say those things. I just want to put that out there. I
Got
don't want
you.
nobody to think.
I hear you.
But, like I said, there was a subset.
I think what he was talking about overall.
But he definitely is right. Like, there is that. There is the issue. People that vote Democrat doesn't necessarily mean that they are not racist or not sexist.
Exactly.
So there is that. But also we just got to be stronger in being out in the community.
You got to be out there. And I'm so tired of hearing the same thing, whereas I feel like sometimes when I hear, and I do this when I'm at home, bloop, 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 bloop. I change the channel, I'm watching different things. I'm reading different things. I'm listening to different stations. I'm listening to what they're talking about. But it's always, I hear, it's like a little click. I'm sorry. But it's so many things I think that's overlooked.
Absolutely.
I think there's so many people, such as yourself, that are overlooked, that's doing a great job, that's putting it out there, and trying to make that difference. But if we as a community, be it Democrat or Republican, I don't care which cross you own, we still got to come together.
We do. It is to the detriment of our actual livelihood.
Exactly.
Like I go back to the fact that I'm a community organizer.
Exactly, that right? You are.
And the things that I have organized for is for the better quality of life, for people to be able to have safe lives and to have fruitful lives.
Exactly.
So that they can thrive and not just be in survival mode all the time.
Exactly.
That's why I chose to work with trauma clients when I did clinical work. It's things like that, right? Bringing community together for happiness and joy.
Most certainly.
To build more resiliency. Because when we lose the thread around that, then we start getting like this at every interaction that we have, whether it be with people that look just like me and you.
Thank you.
Or anybody outside of, that don't look
like us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like we're always on guard, and we can't continue living like that.
That's hard.
It just affects us so much.
In so many ways.
Don't notice it.
They don't realize.
Even with the laws that are put into place,
exactly.
which is why I chose to run for State House specifically.
Exactly.
Wanted legislation, wanted to talk about the money. Where's the money going? Who is it that's controlling the money? Who has their hands in it? And making sure it gets distributed to the right people. Something that I actually talked about to one of my donors was that they were working on affordable housing. And they were like, we're applying for grants, we're doing this and that. But the people who are actually managing these dollars are not getting it. They're not giving it to people who are on the ground doing the work. I'm like, we got to change that.
Absolutely. And that's what I mean by this, because sometimes you see, and I'll say this without a blink, I think sometimes the people who are doing the work behind the scene are the ones that never get recognized, but yet and still we don't want to pass that torch. Right. That's what I'm saying. We're going to talk more about that when we come back, because I believe that is something that's really detriment in our community. We do not want to pass the torch to somebody else to allow them to do the job. Take the I out of the equation. It is us. Stay with us. Us, right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida and the host of Coming of Age. Watch our show to find out what we're doing for our seniors and their families, and hear from area experts and local business owners about their programs and services. Want to help? Find out how you can work with us to bring a better future to our seniors. Watch Coming of Age, 3:30 p.m. Wednesdays, only on Blab TV.
This is Wayne at Icon Automotive in Robertsdale, Alabama, and I want to tell you more about our powertrain warranty forever. It comes with any vehicle we sell that has 80,000 miles or less at no additional cost to you. We put our vehicles through a tough safety and mechanical inspection before it can have the powertrain warranty forever, giving you a peace of mind with your purchase. This warranty is good anywhere in the country, and it covers 100% of parts and labor with no mileage limit, and is covered as long as you own the vehicle. Come pick out your dealership car at non-dealership pricing with a powertrain warranty forever at Icon Automotive.
Watch a new episode of Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m. Your tips may be eligible for a cash reward, featuring items about officer training, various aspects of police work, and crime prevention information. You'll hear about upcoming family-friendly engagement events as well. Don't miss Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m.
Amazing guy.
Oh, welcome back to the hot spot in town. It's really the hot spot in town. We're talking about things. We're talking with Haley, run like hell, and I'm going to continue to say that until I can't say it anymore.
That's right.
And it's like, let me say good morning to your grandma. Good morning.
Good morning, Grandma. And Auntie. Auntie's in town.
That's right.
Good morning,
Oh, she
Auntie.
is?
She's watching.
Oh,
Shout out to
good.
Dr. Sharon Gaston.
Good morning, Sharon. How are you? She is so full of energy. And Haley, I'm going to tell you, when I see her,
she looks just like
all
her.
I see is Rachel.
Sound like her.
I can't stand to talk to her on the phone.
I know.
I think I'm talking to Rachel.
I know.
It is so beautiful. That's a beautiful thing for you. You got a loving family. But listen at this. We were talking about the things that you've gone through, the fight that you put up, such a great fight, and what you've learned from this. Because I'm going to agree with all the callers that are calling. You see, this is not the end for you. I see you running much more. You're going to win it, and I know it, because I think God has just opened the platform for you to take this step.
Yeah.
He wanted you to, he said, daughter, I'm not going to let you go all the way this time, but I'm opening the pathway to get you ready so you'll know what to prepare for the next time. We're not going to wait till May. We're going to start in the beginning. And then with what you offer is what we need. We need the young people like yourself. We need somebody who's energetic, who sees and will fight the good fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that we can get the change that we need. Because change is necessary. I say this often. It may not feel good to some, but it is necessary. Because what we are about to embark, and I'll tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, I was reading an article last night that Gail, Oprah's friend, had on the owner with Walmart.
Yeah.
And how they're taking the diversity inclusion out. Okay, so what does that mean? You see, that's going to say a lot, especially who shops in Walmart.
Yes.
The black community does most of that.
Yes.
And the fact that what I'm saying, if you think that's something, it's only the beginning.
It is.
I went to the supermarket last night, walked out with 4 items. It was $32. And I said, my God, if I wasn't hungry, I'd take it back. But it was just a bowl of cereal. But all I'm saying is this. People like you who can fight this fight, you were going for a state level to be able to help us all. And this is what I think the community is doing with you today, sweetheart, is to continue to fight this fight, because God is not done with you yet. You know, and I know that you were telling me about a bit of a piece of what you were about to do. I want to hear about that too.
Yes.
This job that you got?
This new job. Okay. So, as many people who know me already that are tuning in, I have worked for Dream Defenders for the past 6 years. Yes. I started the local chapter, but that journey came to a close. Right. Right after the campaign. And they're restructuring, they're going on to other national initiatives and things. And so I was back in the job market for all of about 2 weeks.
I saw your post. I said that won't last long.
But I am moving into some healthcare administration work to be the best social worker that I can be, which my work has always been about empowering, coaching, being strategic for people. So I have accepted an offer with Overflow Health Alliance.
Oh, wow.
Who is working statewide but based out of Jacksonville, is here in Pensacola doing amazing things, in Miami, branching out into all over the place, doing HIV and AIDS prevention and outreach work.
Excellent.
And also just doing things with our houseless population, skills training, amazing things that I am so passionate about.
Absolutely.
And when I was offered, I was told, do not put your political ambitions to the side.
Thank you.
Do not stop the work that you have, because I own so many businesses. Y'all, I DJ, yes, I do all these things. They said, you don't stop those things. We are a part of that. We're moving as a family and community into this next era with you, and we would be so happy to have you, and I am so excited to help them as they help me.
Absolutely.
And to build this next chapter and step, and just be able to be a representative.
Did you hear what you just said, though? You're going to how many places? Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I'll be all over the place.
Jacksonville. Pensacola.
South Florida.
South Florida. Okay, but do you see what is it that the word says? He says, enlarge my territory.
Enlarge my territory.
Okay. And that's exactly what God has done. We sometimes do not see the painting that he has for us, but you see, your map has already been laid out.
That's right.
Now, you got to just walk it and trust him. And I see this already. Now, you were just here.
Yeah.
You were here and you were trying to get the state representative, right? Yeah. But look what he did instead. Spread your wings, honey.
Yes.
You look at all the areas now that he's going to send you. So there's a job that you got to do, that he's opening up these venues for a reason. It's not just to say, I'm going with the healthcare, but he's going to plant more in that, because that's going to lead you to something even bigger. I believe that picture is being painted there so that you can see that you've got this here. You've established this.
Yeah.
Now he's going to establish you in other areas. Come on, sweetheart. I mean, Atlanta, I call that Little New York.
It's something. I love that place.
Okay, but look what he's doing. Just take that torch and keep going. And we as a community, we've got to get together and support her, because let's not allow her to ever think that we're not behind her because of the work that she's already done, that we are going to continue to uplift her, even if it's just a prayer, to make sure that she continue with the journey that God has already started for you. And I'm so proud of you, Haley. And I think you know it. But I love you with a perfect kind of love. And it's just to see the growth, to see this young lady. I used to see ballet.
Yes. When y'all were talking about the Sanger Theater, I was like, oh, I was in the Nutcracker.
Yes.
Great time.
Exactly. But you've done such great work and so much more to do. But you're opening the door. I think of that with your sons.
Yes.
That's only going to show that they can walk that path. They're going to see, if my mama did this,
yep,
I can do this as well. And I can see Andy just smiling.
Oh, my daddy is so proud. My daddy's proud on every corner. You can't tell him to sit down nowhere. Shout out to Andy.
That's right. What up, Andy? But even with the things that you've encountered and the torch that you've been given, that you're going to continue to run this race and you're going to win, because I believe that this is only just the beginning. Yeah. And I can't say there's not a person that I have seen work this hard on that campaign to do what you did. And when you gave the number of votes you had, I was like, oh, whew. Go, Haley. And now for everybody, let me say to Derek, because every single time that I had Derek on the show, your name came up.
I'm telling you, Derek was wimpity voting. He really was right there. I had a question. If he didn't have the answer, Derek found me an answer.
But of course.
Yes. I mean, I don't even know, but I also know people, I think some people just assume, oh, Haley attended the Brace, and Derek was like, oh, okay, cool. But I have been establishing relationships with people for years. It made sense when I came into this. It wasn't, oh, they're picking and choosing favorites. People genuinely know me. I've been doing this work behind the scenes for a very long time. Right?
But it all paid off.
And it's so much, so much so. And I'm just really excited to move forward.
And you said a major thing that I strongly believe in. When you build relationships, I didn't say get to know somebody you don't remember my name, but build a relationship. That speaks volumes. Those are people that's going to stand behind you because you have already built that.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
And that is another part that helped elevate you to where you are today.
Yeah.
With that relationship building. Even with, what was it you were working with? Even with the Black Lives Matter, when I saw you all down at the bridge every day. I mean, all things like that was building for you. You're a fighter and continue to fight.
Yeah.
Because the community needs you.
Yeah.
Needs you bad. Baby, please don't go.
Don't go nowhere. They try to get me to move, guys. I'm here, y'all. I'm here. I live around the corner from my granny. I can't go nowhere.
You got that right. She's not gonna let that happen.
No. But no, seriously, and a small little lesson on organizing in the community. There's a thing called relational organizing, and it is not transactional, as some people kind of take it, and they're like, it means I get to know somebody so I can ask them to show up to a meeting and do this and that. No, relational organizing is really getting to know the people in your community.
Absolutely.
Really building with families. There are people whose families, and I will always just think about, even in my advocacy work that I used to do when I was at Lakeview Center, shout out to Lakeview getting my start, that I built with their families.
Right.
And those families showed up for me later on.
Absolutely.
Because I didn't go and meet them one time and say, this is what I have, and then, I'm going to call
goodbye,
you.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
And that's it.
They showed up, and I didn't even call them because I kept in contact with people for years. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm real bad about checking in with people every day or whatever like that. But it is always going to be love. People know they can always reach me.
Absolutely.
In some sort of capacity. It might be a few days before you hear from me.
But they know that you're going to do it.
Me. Yes.
Absolutely.
Which is why I started my business that I did, right? So I didn't even talk about this. I started on
Hold
my
up.
mom's
Let's
birthday.
talk about the business when we come back.
Okay.
Because I want everybody to make sure they know how to get about that business.
Yes.
Everybody we're still talking about Run Like Hell right here. She's got that's stuck now. It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
Not anywhere. We're going to be back with more right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Welcome to Little John's Big and Tall, where tall men and big men go for style, fit, and comfort. We offer a wide variety of styles and unique brands that service all sizes from large to 14X, as well as tall sizes from large tall to 6X tall. Our knowledgeable staff are here to make sure you have a stress-free experience and answer any of your questions. Little John's has been named Best of Pensacola and Best of the Bay for 4 years in a row. Visit Little John's at 5700 North Davis or visit us online at littlejohnsbigandtall.com.
It's time to find a health plan that can keep up with your life. A plan that makes getting care convenient, with doctors around the corner.
I can get used to that.
Plus, 24/7 access to care. Plans that keep more money in your pocket, with plan payments as low as $0.
$0. Looks good to me.
Let's find your health solution. Speak to a dedicated Florida Blue agent today. Call 1-850-393-7036 to learn more.
Some attorney ads are really over the top, within-your-face concepts. Not this one, because there's nothing exciting about bankruptcy law. But if you're struggling with credit card debt, medical bills, student loans, repossession, or mortgage payments, you'll want to hear this. Lewis & Jernevoy has helped thousands of people with financial problems for over 20 years. We may be able to help you achieve financial freedom, and that is exciting. Call Lewis & Jernevoy today for a free consultation.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town, right here at Sunshine's Corner. Let me say to everybody, please, let's just give this young lady a great big round. Way! Call her up. If you don't want to call her, you can text her. But if you see her out on the street, just give her some uplifting words. You know, sometimes I always tell a person, give me my flowers.
Yeah.
While I can smell them.
Yeah.
Let me smell them first, you know. I mean, she did a great job and yet doing great things. And her main focus now is, health care.
Mm-hmm.
That is so great because when I found out that you were also deep in mental health.
Yes.
Remember that day I called you?
Yes.
I said, oh my God, Haley.
Yes.
Because that is such a problem we're having now. Mm-hmm. And I want our people to realize mental health doesn't mean you're crazy.
No.
We got to get out of that stigma. Mm-hmm. If you go see somebody about mental health, you think you're crazy. That's not crazy. You just need to talk to somebody. They can help you out.
That's it.
That's all it is. Sometimes, because I know myself, I keep things bottled up.
Yeah.
Because it's like this. You keep things bottled up, that pipe gonna bust one day. It's gonna get mad. It's gonna come out.
And there is no telling the way that it shows up.
That's right.
a tidbit around like grief after my mother passed.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, my mom was my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and so many people loved her, right? But after my mom passed, I think I had kind of a blackout season for about a good solid 2 years. I know I bought a house, I had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I did some great things. I started college again.
Right.
But there are so many parts of that I cannot necessarily like remember because it was fuzzy, because that's how the grief showed up, because I pushed it down because I have to raise children. I have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm my mother's only child, so
Mm-hmm.
I had to put together all of the things and still handle her business to close it all out. And so grief will show up in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
No
Tell me
matter
about
what
it.
you're grieving, right? Like grieving broken relationships, grieving death,
Children,
grieving children. Oh gosh, it is so much.
Mm-hmm.
And when we just push it down and we don't fully process, even if it's just with, someone that we feel like we can trust.
Exactly. Oh my God, we're finna have another show,
disservice.
baby. Don't go there.
I'll come right on back.
Okay. I mean, but those are the things I'm saying that you that's her expertise.
Yes.
You went and got your master's in one of
I
those,
have
right?
my master's in social work.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I think that is so great. I mean, when I saw you with Andy, when you received your degree, I was like, oh, wow, keep it going, girl, keep it going. But you see, people, this is what we got to instill in our children. And I strongly believe education is the key. Knowledge is power. How can you get that knowledge? You have to go to school now to get some of this stuff now, okay?
Yeah.
And once you get it, use it. That goes a long way. And let's keep uplifting our young people such as Haley so that she can continue the work that she's doing for the community, because she's not talking about just kids. She's talking about everybody.
Everybody. I have actually really dedicated myself to not leaving adults behind.
Right.
Because I feel like we really do. We don't have enough programming for youth, but we solely focus on, all right, let's raise them up so that when these adults get out the way, we'll have a good generation of people. But we're putting the children back into environments with people who are not processing, who are not able to deal with, extreme levels of anxiety and things like that. Like, we need to be able to get healthy, which is why I created Soul Step Solutions. I'm a bridge. I've made myself a bridge between just talking to your friends about your issues and going into clinical therapy.
Right.
I don't diagnose people. I have venting sessions with people. We do solution sessions. Let's think through stuff.
Wow.
And I'm taking what I started Life is Hell was putting people into environments where they're building resilience together.
Really?
And so we're going to start that programming next year. Shout out to Caroline, who is
Caroline.
on my, and also Lisa. We do listen and eat sessions. Lisa will cook for you and listen to your venting session. And because I have my master's in social work, I have been clinically trained. I just have not finished up getting my licensure.
I got you.
I have the wherewithal to be able to transition people into a clinical setting if they need it. If we really feel like you are at the brink, you need to go see someone who can prescribe medication or go take you a step further, do EMDR, anything like that.
Go do what?
EMDR, which is it's amazing training to retrain the brain
Okay.
around trauma and things like that. I could talk about this stuff all
You
day.
see? Look, she's the MDR. Okay, what is that? Okay, ABC, what is that?
But what we're doing, like, I am bringing more people on to do alternative therapies, things that are going to catch people. I'm a DJ, so I'm like, let's learn how to DJ.
Oh, wow. Come on now.
And use
She's
music.
talking my language.
let's make playlists that
Right.
speak to you, and let's talk about that.
Right.
So we are going into using that starting next year. The programming is rolling out. We're going to do a weekly call with people if they want to, and folks can set up sessions with me, just to listen virtually, in person. We have an office space that'll be opening up pretty soon. God has been laying things out the way that it needs to be, so that I can be able to have a great team to pour back into the community. And I have such wonderful people like yourself who raised me, that keep me connected.
Exactly.
To be able to continue to pour back. So soulstepsolutions.com. You can text me, call me. set up something with me. I'm on Facebook also at Soul Step Solutions. Y'all just inbox me. And let's get people in. Let's get folks talking. Let's talk to each other. I cannot wait to train people on how to listen effectively.
Absolutely.
That's
God, now you said a mouthful.
That is how we are able to raise our children better.
Exactly.
Is when we learn how to listen.
Exactly. You're doing it the right way, because I tell you, we got to bring the parents in as well.
Yes.
Because the kids are going to mimic what they see every time. But you know, Hayla, I'm so proud of you, and thank you for accepting my invitation, because we're not done yet, because I see so much we got to talk about. So much. I mean, so much we got to keep going. And I just know that you're going to shine like the star that you are. And it is not over yet.
No.
It's not over yet.
No, it's not.
And I'm so proud of you. And I mean, just continue to do what you're doing and making that difference. Everybody, let's show her love when we see her. Please, let's show love when you see her. Grab her, hug her. Let her know how proud of. That's right. That goes a long way when you can have somebody to just reach out to touch somebody. Remember that song, Reach Out and Touch?
That's right.
That means something when you just reach out, and that means something when I can feel that. You know what I mean?
It does. It makes me think. I watched the Megan Thee Stallion documentary a couple weeks ago. It was when I was in my downtime right after the campaign, and she also lost her mother. Her mother was her right hand, kept her through everything. And she mentioned how we do things a lot of times to look for our mom's approval. And I haven't had my mom around in 10 plus years to get her approval. But I have been surrounded by so many amazing women and men and just people who it's like, they've given me the approval. My mother has shined through so many people like you who have just poured right back into me. And I'm so appreciative.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue to love on her, okay? Because she's got a lot to do. Our time is up. I can't believe it's done already, Haley. We did this so fast. But everybody, please, I just want to say, continue to do what you're doing, and you're not done yet, because you will be running for office again. Yeah. Everybody, make sure you go to her website, Run Like Hell.
RunLikeHell.com is still up.
RunLikeHell.com.
LifeIsHell.com.
LifeIsHell.com.
Yeah.
Check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow, of course. I'm going to leave you as I do every day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first, I'll guarantee you, you're going to be a total success. Tomorrow, it's going to be Giving Tuesday with the 100 Black Women, and Miss Linda Robinson, the president, she's going to be my guest. So tune in tomorrow right here, Sunshine's Corner. Until then, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.